Hello friends, welcome back to your UPSC. Today in Geography of India, we are going to start a new topic, that is soils of India. So let's get started. So, soil. Soil is actually a thin layer. This is our earth crust and a very thin layer on the earth which comprises of material formed by break breakdown of rocks, okay, decayed organic material, living organisms, water and air, okay. So soil, it constitutes of break broken particles, broken material of rocks, okay. So rocks and decayed organic materials, living organisms, water and air, okay. So these things, they comprise of what is known as soil. Now, soil, it is very important natural resource of India. Why? Because India, as we know, is a agro-based economy. Okay, so we are most of our economy, it is primary economy. Okay, so we are dependent on agriculture the most. Okay, so agriculture is based on fertility of soil. The amount of the fertile the soil is, the more the produce we will have, okay. So the quantity and quality of crops that are produced, that will be based on, or that will depend on fertility of soil, okay. Now, what are the factors that are responsible for formation of soil in Indian context? We have already done the factors that are responsible for soil formation. Let us revise that. First one is parent material. The material for soil formation, it is mainly derived from the rock, and this rock is termed as parent material, okay. The parent material, it determines the coloration of soil, the mineral composition and texture of soil, okay. So these three things are dependent on parent material. Now, we have six classes of parent rock material in Indian context, okay. First one is ancient crystalline and metamorphic rock. Second is Kudappa or Vindhyan rock. Then we have Gondwana rock. Then we have Deccan basalt. Then we have tertiary and Mesozoic sedimentary rock. And lastly, we have recent and subrecent rocks. Okay. So these were the parent material. Next is relief features. So relief features, like we have mountain, plains and plateaus. Okay. So if we have mountain area, then because of slope, we will have more erosion, more faster erosion in this place, okay, as compared to the plain. So the relief, it basically, especially it means slope, okay. So in mountain region, because we have much slope, very steep slope, then due to breakdown of the rock material here, the soil will be formed, and the soil will not stay here, it will slide down, okay, and it will slide down to plains, and here we will have large amount of soil. The next one is climate. So climatic factor is also very important factor. Now the most important point in climatic factor is the seasonal duration, the amount of seasonal duration, okay. So if the area, it is having high heat, okay, high temperature in summers and very low temperature in winters, okay, then what will happen? During summers the rock will stretch, and during winters the rock will contract. So this contraction and stretching of rocks will lead to breakdown of rock, okay. So this breakdown of rock will form soil, okay. Next thing is, like if we have humid area, then the water will penetrate in the cracks of the rock, okay. And it during like during winter season, it will widen the rock up and thus breaking the rock. Likewise, climate has also other actions of climate. They are also responsible for formation of rocks. Lastly, we have natural vegetation. Now, natural vegetation, it actually reflects the combination effect of relief and climate. Okay, the formation and development of soil, it is very much influenced by the growth of vegetation. The decayed leaves material add to much more needed humus. Okay, so the dead and decayed leaves and all the things, they add to humus, and along with it we have weathering process that is done by the roots of plants and trees. As the roots of plants, they will penetrate in the cracks of soil, cracks of rocks. Okay, and they will widen the cracks, thus the rock will break down, and because of it soil will be formed. Okay, so this is how these factors are responsible for the formation of soil. Now, India, because it has various climatic features, climatic conditions, as well as relief features and different parent rock material, because of it, we have wide variety of soil in India. Okay. Now, the Indian Council of Agriculture Research, it set up a committee in 1953, which was known as All India Soil Survey Committee. Okay, this committee was told or was asked to categorize Indian soil into various forms. Okay, so this committee, it divided Indian soil into 8 different categories. Okay, the major soil groups, they are like alluvial soil, black soil, red soil, laterite soil, forest and mountain soil, arid and desert soil, saline and alkaline soil, and lastly we have petty and marshy soil. Okay, so these are the 8 wide groups. Now the alluvial soil, it is having a large stretch in Indian context. As we can see, this whole area starting from this Gujarat and this Maharashtra area, this whole area, this whole stretch is Indo-Gangetic Plain. Okay, and this is formed by alluvial soil. Okay, so the alluvial soil, it is covering this whole area. Okay, and the area that is covered by alluvial soil is 15 lakh square kilometers, and this area is about 45.6% of the total area of the country. See, not only here we have alluvial soil, we have quite a good stretch of alluvial soil here also. Okay, so in total, if we see the total extension of this alluvial soil, then the whole area that it covers, it accounts for 45.6% of the total area of the country. Okay, and this alluvial soil, it is contributing the largest share in our agricultural wealth. Okay, and these area are most populated area. Indo-Gangetic Plain, it is one of the most populated area. One of the reason being the soil is very fertile here. Okay, now this soil, nitrogen is generally low, but potash, phosphoric acid, and alkalines, they are adequate. Now this area has iron oxide and lime in a very wide range. Okay, the texture and porosity of the soil, it provides a good drainage, and it is providing a favorable condition for bumper crops. Okay, now The soil, alluvial soil, on the basis of its existence in different areas, okay, it is categorized into four different types. So the first one is riverine alluvial soil, okay. Then we have coastal alluvial soil. Then we have deltic alluvial soil, and lastly we have tarai soil. This is also tarai alluvial soil. Now, deltic alluvial soil we will find in the deltic regions of Kaveri and Krishna River. Coastal, the whole area here, we will have coastal soil. Then we will have the riverine soil is here. Riverine alluvial soil is here and here. And Tarai soil, Tarai soil will be found in this stretch only. We will have like we will have Bangar, then we will have Tarai, then we will have Khadar. Okay, so Tarai region will be somewhere here. Okay, so as we have seen that first we will have Babar region, then we will have Tarai region. In Babar region, the soil will, the alluvial, the water will not be seen. Okay, but in the Tarai region, the water will spread. Okay, and this area will be swampy and marshy. So this area is Tarai region. Okay, the next, after black soil we have, after alluvial soil we have black soil. Black soil is actually also known as Rager soil. Okay, and black soil is very good for the growth of cotton. Black soil covers 16.6% of the total geographical area of the country. Okay, and this stretches over 5.46 lakh square kilometer. Okay, now black soil, like alluvial soil, is also divided into three subcategories. First one is deep black soil, second is medium black soil, and lastly we have shallow black soil. Now there is a transition between black and red soil. Okay, so this is mixed red and black soil. So you can take it in any category, that is black soil or red soil. Now this black soil is found in the region of Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, and some parts of Karnataka and Telangana, then Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, and Tamil Nadu. Okay, now this black soil, it is highly retentive of moisture. It swells greatly and becomes sticky when wet in rainy seasons. It contains alumina, iron oxide, lime, and manganese. Potash is variable, and phosphate, nitrogen, and humus content is low. Okay, so that is black soil. Most of the area that it covers is here. Then we have some part in Tamil Nadu also. Okay, then we have red soil. Red soil. Now, red soil, it is having the largest soil group. It is the largest soil group in India. Okay, it comprises of several minor type of soil. Now, most of the red soil, they have come into existence due to weathering and erosion of ancient crystalline and metamorphic rock. Okay, so the crystalline and metamorphic rock, they have been eroded. Okay, and they have been weathered, and because of that we have red soil, formation of red soil. The color of this soil, it is generally red, but if we see into grades, then we have from brown, chocolate, yellow, gray, and even black color. Okay, now this soil, it geographically covers third largest area in whole India. Okay, so it is designated as the largest soil group in India, but if we look at it geographically, then it is covering the third largest area in India after alluvial soil and black soil. Okay, so the red soil, it covers 10.6% of the total geographical area of the country, and this 10.6%, it accounts for 3.5 lakh square kilometers. Okay, now the soil, it spreads in almost whole Tamil Nadu, then part of Karnataka, southwest Maharashtra, then we have Chhattisgarh, Odisha, Chota Nagpur, in Jharkhand. In north, if we see, then we have the area some part of Bihar, then we have West Bengal. Okay, then some part we have it in Assam, Nagaland, Mizoram, Tripura, Meghalaya. Okay, but the major extent is seen in this area. Okay, now this soil, it is poor in lime, magnesia, phosphate, nitrogen, and humus, but they are fairly rich in potash. Okay, now these type of soil, they are very good for the growth of cotton, wheat, rice, pulses, millet, tobacco, oilseed, potato, and fruits. Okay. Now the next category that we have is laterite or lateritic soil. Okay. Now laterite soil, it covers the area of 2.48 lakh square kilometers. Okay. And this laterite soil, it is formed under conditions of high pressure and heavy rainfalls. Now, because they are formed in the area of heavy rainfall, because of that, we have leaching of soil. Okay, and because of leaching of soil, lime and silica, they are leached away, and soil having rich iron oxide and aluminium oxide is left. Okay, so this soil is rich in iron and aluminium oxide. Laterite soil, any type of laterite soil, it is very poor in lime and magnesia, and it is deficient in nitrogen. The phosphate content in this soil, they may or may not be high, but the iron and is present in good quantity. Okay, and potash is deficient in this soil. Now next we have, after lateritic soil, lateritic soil is found here and here. Okay, so these are the areas of Karnataka, South Maharashtra, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, West Bengal, Kerala, Jharkhand, Assam, and Meghalaya. Okay. Now these soils, they have unique distinction, and they provide a valuable building material. Okay. Then next we have, after lateritic soil, we have forest and mountain soil. Okay, we have forest and mountain soil. We have done lateritic soil. Now we have forest and mountain soil. Forest and mountain soil, they are found in hilly slopes covered by forest. They occupy 2.85 lakh square kilometer of the area, and this area accounts for 8.67% of the total land area in India. Okay. Now because of the slope, they are not found in steep slope. Okay, so they are found in valleys, depressions, or if we can see them in the lower slopes, which are not so steep. Okay, so these soils are found there. Now they are found in Himalayan region. They are also found in Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats. Okay, and some parts of Peninsular Plateau. These soils, that is forest soil, they are rich in humus, but they are deficient in potash, phosphorus, and lime. And because of deficiency in these three minerals, they require fertilizer for high yields. Okay, they are specially suitable for the plantation of tea, coffee, spices, tropical fruits in Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and we can also grow wheat, maize, and barley, and also temperate fruits in hilly regions like Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand. Okay. Then next we have, after forest soil, we have arid and desert soil. Arid and desert soil, as we can see, is found in western Rajasthan. Okay, and also some adjoining part of Punjab and Haryana, as well as some part of Gujarat. It covers 1.42 lakh square kilometer of area that accounts for 4.32% of the total area. And this area, it receives very less rainfall, that is less than 50 centimeters. Okay, these soils, some of these soils, they contain high percentage of soluble salt. They are alkaline in varying degree, and in alkalinity they contain calcium carbonate. Okay, and because they are having, here we are having very less or scanty or no vegetation, they lack humus content. Okay, nitrogen content is low and phosphate content in soil is high. Okay, so these soils, they are used for growing the crops that can tolerate high amount of salinity. Okay, so the crops like barley, rape, cotton, wheat, millet, maize, pulses, they are grown here. Okay, next we have saline and alkaline soil. Now saline and alkaline soil, as we can see here, they cover very less part of India, that is about 68,000 square kilometer. And this soil, it is found in some areas of Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka, and drier parts of Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Haryana, Punjab, Rajasthan, and Maharashtra. Okay, now this soil, it contains many undecomposed rocks and mineral fragments. Okay, so some of them are like sodium, magnesium, calcium salt, and sulfurous acid. Okay, so they are found in it. And this soil, in this soil, we have transportation of many injurious salts, okay, by the capillary action. So during summer season, from bottom to top, the salts are transported. See, this is the layer of soil. Okay, see, this is the layer of soil. Okay, so from here, the salts are transported upwards because of evaporation. So due to capillary action, the salts are transported along with the water. Okay, and the water, it evaporates away while the salt, they remain here, and this makes the soil more saline. Okay, saline and alkaline. Now this is found in this soil, it is found in mainly in these parts. Okay, that is Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and Karnataka. Lastly, we have petty and marshy soil. Now, petty and marshy soil, as we can see here in the Western Ghats. So, petty soil, it originates in the humid region as a result of accumulation of large amount of organic material in the soil. Okay, this soil, it is considered to have huge amount of soluble salt. Okay, and 10 to 40% of organic material. Now, the marshy soil, it is having high proportion of vegetable matter and also occurs in the coastal areas of Odisha, Tamil Nadu, Sundarban in West Bengal. Okay, so along with Western Ghat, it is also found here. Okay, now this soil, it is deficient in phosphate and potash, and they are used for paddy cultivation. Okay, because they are having good amount of moisture, and during some rainy season they are covered with water. Okay, and as the rain ceases they are used for paddy cultivation. So these were the soils of India. Here we can see we have petty and marshy soil. Okay, now we will look into basic characteristics of Indian soil. Now Indian soil, it is having different characteristics. The important characteristics are, first one is, because we have different geographical condition, so the soil in different particle parts of India, they have different chemical and physical properties. Okay, their texture will be different, their mineral content will be different. Okay, so this difference is because of the parent rock material, the climatic condition. Okay, now most of the soil in India, they are old and mature. Now what does this mean? See, the soil of Peninsular Plateau, if we see here, it is not replenished by river, unlike the alluvial soil. Okay, so the most of the soil that we have in India, it is old and mature, and it is not replenished by rivers and all. Okay, then we have the third point, that these soils, they are deficient in minerals, salt, humus, and other organic material. Okay, so as we have seen that some of the soil, it is deficient in nitrogen, other one in potash and phosphate. Okay, so like this we have deficiency, one or the other sort of deficiency in the soil. Then we have variation is found in thickness of the soil at different areas. See, if we look at the plains and valley region, we will have thick layer of soil, while if we look at the slopes, then we will have thin layer or no soil. Okay, because of the erosion of the soil from here. Next is, there is variation in soil fertility, and hence there is difference in the yield. Okay, so obviously the soil having good amount of mineral content as well as the soil which is fertile, it will help in more production of crop. Okay, bumper crop, while the other one like arid and desert soil, it will have very less fertility, hence here the crop yield will be very less. Then next we have, due to excessive agriculture, the use sorry due to excessive agricultural use, the soil has lost its fertility. That is obvious, because in India we follow intensive agriculture, and not every farmer is able to uh, give the soil the required amount of nutrients in it. Okay, that is why the soil, it is lacking in fertility, and hence we are not having as much good amount of yield as we can have. Then we have, soil need irrigation during dry seasons, as our country have seasonal rains. Okay, so because we are having monsoonal type of climate, so we have monsoon in specific time of the year. Okay, now rest of the year is dry. Okay, now because during dry season also crops are cultivated, so during that time we require intensive irrigation in the fields. Lastly, the soil in India, it suffers from soil erosion and other allied problems. So as we all know, this is a basic problem in not only in our country but in also in other countries. But soil erosion is a very huge problem in country. Okay, so the soil, it suffers from soil erosion as well as other things, because of which the soil fertility is losing. Okay, so that was about soil and the different type of soils in India. So that was all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's lecture. Let's meet in our next class. Till then, take care and have a nice day.